Hello and welcome to Real Deal EV. Today we're going to be going over how to install these little crazy levers on your Tesla Model S refresh model. So it's okay job. Uh, it's a Chinese company. A customer brought these to me. He got them off of Amazon. They were okay quality. And you'll see kind of the installation as we go through here. So the first thing we're going to do is roll down the windows and open the doors, open the front. And as I walk by the front of the car, this car's brand new, I noticed there's a bunch of metallic buildup that kind of laid heavy on the edge of this brand new car. I was a little upset with that, but hopefully the customer doesn't see this and let it bother him. So you're going to remove this cover here. And then once you get that off, you're going to power down the car off the MCU. And then you're going to pull this little green plug, pull this little black plug up, and you're going to disconnect that 16-volt battery. Then the next thing you're going to do is disconnect your high voltage loop, the fireman's loop. And then you're going to go inside the car and work on pulling this panel down. This little panel will just pull straight down with a little plastic pry tool and give you access to that blue plug. The next thing you're going to want to do is use a pick or a small screwdriver, and you're going to release the locking tabs that hold the airbag in place. So once you get those loose, you're going to come to a point where you have this yellow plug that you got to disconnect. You can use a small little pick and push in on both the tabs on the top and the bottom, or if you can get it with your fingers, I had to use the pick. You use that and you just basically make sure it's unlocked, and then you pull the airbag right out. This is a round airbag. They do have a yoke airbag. So if you ever swap back and forth, make sure you get the correct airbag. This is a burgundy plug. You just want to make sure you disconnect that. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take an impact and get an H10 Allen and pull that bolt right out of the middle. Then the next thing you got to do is go crazy on the steering wheel. So this one only had 1,600 miles on it, but I had another one that had like 80,000. And they can't. The older they are, it seems like the easier they come off. But this one I was really struggling. So once you get that steering wheel off, now you have access to this top plastic shroud cover. So this is going to get replaced. So you can take it off of the little leather piece there, put it off to the side. And then now you're going to take a T20 Torx and remove those two Torx screws, which is going to allow the bottom to pull towards you and then pull it down and out of the way. Now this leather thing kept falling in my lap, so I thought I'd just tape it up. Now here, as you can see, I've never installed these, so I'm trying to figure out how they go. And then I'm like, oh, maybe it goes this way. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. And then this side, it actually just clipped right in place. So the left side clipped into place, and the right side kind of slid down. And then it came with these two random screws. I didn't know what they were for. Found a hole for those. I'll drop that one. But those hold it. The actual. Oh yeah, I forgot. My phone ran out of memory, so half of that wasn't even recorded. So now I got to go and delete a bunch of videos for this whole two-camera view. You know, YouTube likes that. The analytics like scene changes a lot. So, all right, we got that cover out of the way. Now you can take. I call these bilge fingers. I don't know what you call them in the real world, but we used to call them that in the Coast Guard to reach down in the bilges. But basically, you use that and attach the wire to it and then pull it right back through. The kit did come with like a giant zip tie looking thing that you're supposed to tape to it, but I didn't use that. I like this better. But you can use anything. It's not that long of a run. You could probably even get your hand through there. So after you fish that wire through, now you're going to connect this into the blue plug, and as you can see, you still have another access port. So now you got the two wires that connect to the two levers. Now, I was messing with these. I was kind of getting frustrated because I'm like, I don't even know what goes to what. But what I determined is both of them had the same four wires, and either I got lucky or it doesn't matter. But that's the way I hooked it up. So then now the next thing, I'm hooking up the left side there, and I'm going to work on getting these T15 Torx screws in. Again, I didn't even know what these were for, but I found a hole, and it seems like that's what they were for. So let me know in the comments if that's not what they're supposed to be for, but it sure seemed like it because I didn't have instructions. So So yeah, I'm showing these. The left one went in and it clipped. This is the clip that it kind of clipped into. This is the wire on the back of it. And then this is the one screw on the right hand side. And then this is the other screw on the right hand side. So just tighten those both up. So now the next thing I'm doing is putting this bottom shroud back on. Now it kind of slides up and back. And then you're going to put those Torx back in. And now I'm showing you the comparison between the OEM and the aftermarket. This one's a little glossier, a little bit different black, but it is what it is. So I'm getting these clips put in from the leather grommet, the cover for the steering wheel here. They didn't go in the best, but they did go in. And then each side kind of clipped in. And then you're going to push it down. And then at this point, after I get it all clipped in, I'm like, well, that's kind of ugly. It has these holes. And then I found in the bottom of the box was these little cover ports. So it'll come with these little cover ports in the box. So just look around. So trying to figure out how to put these on was also kind of hard, but I figured out the left side has like a little guide that goes down. And then I said, all right, I'm going to the right side. And this side, it just clips right in. That was easy. It was just the left side, and I tried to get good footage of it, but unfortunately, I kept getting in the way. So my head was just all in the way. So anyways, got that back on. Now we're going to put the steering wheel back on, and it's grooved and splined, so it only go on one way. So Tesla does tell you to get rid of that bolt and buy a new one. I just put new thread locker on there, and then send it to 59 foot-pounds is what it's supposed to be torqued to. And so, gotcha. So now the next thing I'm doing is hooking up the high voltage and the low voltage battery, which I already did, so I'm kind of faking it now. And now I'm just going to go through the operation, make sure everything fires up and it works as it's supposed to. So I'm shifting it into gear, up, reverse, drive, park, turn signals, wipers, everything's working as it's designed. So give that 2 thumbs up, brother. All right, so now we're just putting that cover back on in the front. Shut her down. And then I go and take it for a nice little test drive after all this. But yeah, here's the final product. It looks somewhat OEM. Like I said, it's a little glossier on the top, but the fit and finish it's okay. So I think it cost him around $500, and then for me to install it. So if it's something you're looking into, let me know. I can start selling them on the website. Again, I don't really like these Chinese not OEM stuff, but if you're interested, please let me know. But thank you for watching.